Hello friends, welcome into the Cowboys Report presented by BetDSI, the internet's #1 sportsbook. I am your host Tom Downey, here now for a Week 16 preview. Once again, the Cowboys are just a game away from clinching the NFC. If they win against the not playing all that well Bucs, they will have secured the NFC East. The Bucs, outside of I guess maybe trying to fight for Dirk Cutter's job, which thing's going to lose regardless, they have nothing to play for. They are out of the playoff hunt. Neither team's offense has been that good. Bucs have been better. They kind of had a hot start, have kind of cooled off since then, especially the past couple weeks. Really since Dirk Cutter took over as a play caller. Go figure on that one, right? Meanwhile, a not good defense for Tampa against the bad offense for the Cowboys and a great defense for Dallas. So predict the score. We'll get to mine later on in the show. Cowboys versus Bucs. If you get it exactly right, and you're the first one to do it, I'll send you $25. You got to DM me on Twitter at WhatGoingDowney again. First one to get it exactly right with the team that wins. Some of you guys forget that, and I'm kind of confusing me how. I'll send you $25. DM me on Twitter at WhatGoingDowney. You saw the spread there. That's courtesy of our friends over at BetDSI. They got a special deal for you. Chatsports.com/bet takes right into their site. Use promo code Cowboys120 when you sign up and deposit, and it'll get you a 120% deposit bonus. So you put down $50, and they'll give you $60 for free. And an extra bonus here, if you DM us on Twitter at Chatsports, once you do that, we'll send you guys a Cowboys jersey. So again, chatsports.com/bet, promo code Cowboys120, then DM us on Twitter at Chatsports. You guys hooked up with a Cowboys. Now we do have limited supply here, so you better get in on it quickly, all right? Have only a couple of jerseys left. They've gone very fast, so move while you still can. Again, chatsports.com/bet, promo code Cowboys120, then DM us on Twitter at Chatsports. We'll get you guys hooked up. All right, folks, we'll take you now to the Cowboys Injury Report, and we'll break this down a little bit more in depth this time around. First up, the guys who are probably going to be okay. Cole Beasley battling through that foot injury. I think he'll be fine. Sean Lee battling a hamstring injury right now, but he's going to be okay. Zeke Elliott isn't even technically on the injury report, but I cheated and put him on here anyway because he should be. He's been limping off the field, and he's had a massive workload so far this season. He leads the NFL in touches by a considerable margin, going to blow out his previous record. He is at 358 on his way to well above 400. Gurley and Barkley and McCaffrey and David Johnson, those are some other players as well that lead the way there. But that's some of your notable injury guys. Tyron Smith, he's going to be fine to go. Anthony Brown, also okay. Let's take a look now at Tavon Austin. And I know the hope is he comes back. I am hopeful he also returns, but we'll see if that actually ends up happening. And he had a pretty severe groin injury. The comp was that Morris Claiborne run. You guys remember that one from a few years ago? Surgery was considered, so I am hopeful that this is the week that Tavon Austin returns. I'm not going to make a wide declaration here. I'm going to keep him on the questionable side of things. Break down that other 5 players here that are also on the injury report, but we'll see what happens there with Tavon. Hopefully he comes back, but I just don't know. Next up, the other big name, Zack Martin. He suffered another MCL, back against the Eagles. Now, it's the same as what he's dealt with all year, but at a certain point, you just keep re-injuring. Probably going to take a week off. Now, he did not practice on Wednesday. However, he was limited on Thursday. That's a good sign, I think, if you're the Cowboys. He will do everything he can to play, and if you're the Cowboys, I think this might be a situation where you try and start Zack Martin this week, and let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I think you try and start Zack Martin this week, and then you hope that you win, and you sit him again in Week 17, and you give everyone a nice week off. But we'll see if that actually ends up happening, but I feel much better this week than I did last week about Zack Martin playing. If I had to guess, and it is still more of a guess, I think you see Zack Martin play against the Bucs. Let's talk then about David Irving, who unfortunately I don't think we'll see this week. Frankly, don't think we're going to see him again the rest of the regular season. Normally, a high ankle sprain takes 4 to 6 weeks to recover. That's your general time frame. Sometimes less, sometimes more. We're already at the more now for David Irving. We are now approaching Week 7, in the middle of Week 7 here for David Irving, and that's not a good sign. Now, Jerry Jones said he expects Irving to return maybe for the playoff stretch, but the reports are he's not going to be able to go in the rest of the regular season. That's not a good sign for him looking forward. I will list him as doubtful along with Jeff Swaim. They're almost out there. They had not practiced Wednesday or Thursday. I will be stunned if you see either guy play this week, maybe even next week as well. We mentioned Tavon Austin earlier today. I think there's a decent chance he'll play. We'll see if that happens there. Xavier Su'a-Filo is the one to monitor. Limited Wednesday, practice Thursday as well. It's the nasty eye injury, but I think he'll be able to go. And in Thursday's practice, Xavier Su'a-Filo and Zack Martin, they were your left guard and your right guard respectively. That is a very good sign there for the Dallas Cowboys, getting those two back healthy, especially getting Zack Martin back healthy. All right, keys to the game. Number one, can we show up this time? That's the number one. It's easier said than done, I suppose, but you got to actually be on the field and ready to play if you're going to win a game, especially when you're trying to clinch the division title and a playoff spot. All right, next up, third down success. Look, both sides of the ball failed to do this against the Colts. That has got to change. When the Cowboys have had bad defensive showings, it's because they can't get off the field on third downs. Next up, get the ball to Amari Cooper. Remember, Scott, it worked really well since he's been here, and then you didn't get him the ball against the Colts because your offensive scheme is wildly outdated. If you are the Cowboys, you cannot have a similar game from Amari Cooper as to what we saw against the Colts. 7 targets, 4 receptions, 32 yards. That's not going to get it done. Amari Cooper barely had more targets than Blake Jarwin. Now, Blake Jarwin has been much, much better lately, but you got to feature Amari Cooper. He deserves at least 7, 8 catches a game. And let's not keep running the same run-out, turn-around offense because that's not a good scheme design. It's just bad. Everyone sits on it. Run some double moves. Where is the sluggo? Cooper's best route isn't being run. The most obvious one, though, finish in the red zone. My God, the Cowboys' game plan in the red zone has been absolutely atrocious. We'll take down some of the stats here because it's so putrid overall for the Cowboys when it comes to the red zone. They are among the NFL's worst, which is laughably embarrassing for the Cowboys. You cannot be one of the worst red zone offenses for the NFL. Now, maybe feature Cooper more as well, but if you're the Cowboys in the red zone, you've got to have a more efficient scoring offense. That has got to be the case. You've got to find a way to get the ball in the damn red zone. Here's some stats for you guys, all right? The Cowboys as a team have four rushing yards on 16 red zone carries over the last 3 weeks. That's why you're one of the worst in the NFL. Come on. And then they have run 29 plays from scrimmage in the red zone in the last 3 games, 17 net yards. You're barely getting a half yard per play. How is that even possible? Quit running out in those jumbo packages. Come out in a maybe multiple receiver set. If you're going to run jumbo, do play action. It's not that difficult, all right? Don't overthink it, Linehan. Be better. And the good news is, as bad as Cowboys are in red zone scoring offense, the Bucs are even worse at red zone scoring defense. Dead last in the NFL by a significant margin. If the Cowboys cannot finish 75% of their red zone drives this week against the Bucs with a touchdown, fire everybody, because that's an embarrassment. Now, there's been a lot of buzz about how the Cowboys aren't doing red zone practice till Friday, which is standard for the NFL. I don't really know why that's much of a surprise, but it has got to be better this week, or otherwise there are just major problems. So there's one more key to the game that I want to break down, and I think it sets up well this week for the Dallas Cowboys. I think they're in good shape there. It is turnovers. Force them. Jameis Winston, not the best at holding on to the football. He makes mistakes. So Byron Jones, you don't have an interception this year, you're going to get Mike Evans. This is the week to make it happen. So force some turnovers if you are the Dallas Cowboys. All right, folks, if you want more news, rumors, highlights, and some fan-led content, if you want to be featured on the show, go subscribe to our Cowboys Report YouTube channel, youtube.com/Dallas Cowboys Report. Our fan rumors, our mailbag, most of those rumors and all those rumors and most of those mailbag questions come in from that channel. Go subscribe now. Tell a friend too while you're at it. youtube.com/Dallas Cowboys Report. All right, we'll whip you through the Cowboys depth chart for this week as we always do. Prescott, Rush, Mike White. No real changes there. Maybe Rush plays if it's a blowout. Maybe he plays week 17 if the Cowboys have already clinched everything. Halfback now in the RB depth chart. Zeke Elliott, Rod Smith, Olawale actually got involved correctly. It was a great play call by Scott Linehan, and he dropped a surefire touchdown that irreparably changed the outcome of that game. Not a good showing there from Olawale. Zeke has taken a massive workload. If you get a chance to give him a breather, I think you got to start doing it right now. I don't know why he was on the field in the fourth quarter. If you're the Cowboys, you have got to lessen Zeke's workload at least a little bit. Now, my question for you is, how many rushing yards will Zeke have against the Bucs? Let me know in the comment section. I'll put the over-under 88. The big concern for me, which we'll discuss later, the Bucs have a pretty good front four. All right, receivers now. We'll see if Tavon Austin comes back. Cooper, Gallup, Beasley are your top three. Allen Hurns hasn't done a whole lot as of late. Noah Brown also kind of disappeared the past few weeks as well. All right, tight end. I assume you're not going to have Jeff Swaim. That means more Dalton Schultz, more Blake Jarwin, both of whom have really stepped up their play in the past couple of weeks. Good for them. Rico Gathers, though, not making much of an impact as of late. Offensive line. I will list Zack Martin as a starter. He is more of a true questionable. If I have to guess, I think he plays, so we'll see what happens on that end. But the offensive line has to be good this week against a Bucs front four. That's pretty solid, I think. All right, folks, today's show is brought to you by BetDSI. Use promo code Cowboys120 at chatsports.com/bet once you guys sign up. That gets you a 120% deposit bonus. So you put down $50, BetDSI will give you $60 free, and as a bonus, DM us on Twitter at chatsports. Let us know you signed up and deposited, and we'll get you guys some free Cowboys shoes or a Cowboys jersey as well. So again, chatsports.com/bet. Use that promo code Cowboys120, then DM us on Twitter at chatsports. You'll get that 120% deposit bonus and some Cowboys gear for free. It is the best deal out there this holiday season, so go check them out and sign up deposit. Chatsports.com/bet. Promo code Cowboys120. All right, back to the depth chart now. Defensive line, David Irving, I doubt he plays. Maybe you see Taco Charlton active this week. That'd be nice if he can help provide some pass rush that didn't really show up at all against a very, very good Colts offensive line. Linebackers, we barely saw Sean Lee play last week. I think he gets more snaps this time around, but it's probably going to be in that maybe low teens range, maybe about a dozen in total for Sean Lee. Jalen Smith, Van Der Esch, those remain your guys, and for good reason. In the secondary, all right, no changes really as of late beyond the injuries that have happened at times this year. Byron Awuzie, Anthony Brown, Jeff Heath, and Xavier Woods are your top guys. Now, when I mentioned that Winston makes turnovers, Byron Jones, a Pro Bowler with no interceptions, rather rare but well-deserved either way for Byron. So will he get his first INT of the year against Jameis Winston and the Bucs? Let me know in the comment section. Type Y for yes, type N for no. Special teams now. We'll see if Tavon returns. I just don't know if he's going to. If he does, he is your punt returner. Kick returns, the Cowboys haven't even bothered taking them out for the most part this year. When they have, things haven't gone all that well. So I hope to get Tavon back on returns, but we will see. Now it's time for the key matchup. And look, the interior of this Cowboys offensive line has been bad. Su'a-Filo has been banged up, and frankly, he hasn't played all that well the past couple of games. Joe Looney has really regressed the past two, and frankly, not that I mean since Su'a-Filo got hurt, but Connor Williams, I think, has been your best interior offensive lineman. If you don't include Zack Martin given his injuries, he's outplayed Su'a-Filo as far as I am concerned, especially last game. And he definitely outplayed Adam Redmond because you don't want him on the field at all. The issue is the Bucs' interior defensive line is really good. You guys know, if you followed me from last year during our draft coverage, you know my passion and love for Vita Vea. He is a stud and has really stepped up the game as of late. Gerald McCoy is among the premier defensive tackles in the NFL, and JPP and Carl Nassib have actually done a decent job so far this year. So I am fairly concerned about that Bucs interior. I think a matchup that favors them because don't run at Vita Vea. The good news is the Bucs linebackers are decimated by injury. So if you can get to the second level on runs, I think you'll have success. They are down to their backup middle linebacker, their backup strong side linebacker too, really. Quan Alexander's banged up, Becklett's banged up. I think if the Cowboys can just do enough against McCoy and Vita Vea to get to that second level, they will bust some big runs. But I think it's going to be kind of more of a feast or famine type game for the Cowboys on the ground. A lot of 1-yard runs, a lot of 2-yard runs, a lot of runs of Zeke making guys miss in the backfield, but when he busts loose, I think it'll go for a big, big game. All right, folks, if you want something to add to your wish list this holiday season, how about a Miz and a Main shirt? Comfortable.af is the site. You guys are not going to find a better dress shirt or a better shirt, period, than a Mizzen and Main shirt. They make the best damn dress shirt out there. Comfortable.af is the site. Go check them out today. It's the perfect gift for yourself on this holiday season. All right, predict a score time. Cowboys versus the Bucs. If you get it exactly right and you're the first to DM me on Twitter, I'll send you guys $25. We've got to do it first at WhatGoingDowny, so get in before anyone else does. Now, again, Cowboys and the Bucs. Bucs on the road, 5-9. Cowboys 8-6. The Cowboys are 7-point favorites. I think that they're going to win this game. I feel good about this Cowboys team against the Bucs. I think this is last week was the letdown game. This week is your bounce back game. Now, make note here, the way the Bucs have played lately, I think you'll see Tampa hang around for a good portion to start this game. I think that's what you're going to see in this matchup. So my score prediction here, we'll get to that as well. I think you'll see the Cowboys pull out a victory. I think they will win this game. I got them winning 27-17. Producer Dominique has gone full-on hater and troll and has the Bucs winning 28-21. Let her know how you feel in the comments section. I got the Cowboys this week 27-17. I think they're a better football team with more to play for, a lot more to play for. They're better coached, and frankly, they just have more talent at a lot of the key positions. So let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Hey Cowboys fans, thanks for watching the Cowboys Report. If you haven't already, click right here to subscribe to our channel for all the best Cowboys coverage on the internet. That's news, rumors, highlights, mailbags, film studies, and a whole lot more. And I'm making your lives a little bit easier as well with the next Cowboys Report video right here.